Hi guys, it's your guy here, the unknown, and today I want us to look at a couple of trades that happened yesterday. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful trades, and they are the most easiest trades. Okay, this strategy is the most explosive trading strategy for indices, and it's the most simplest strategy. However, it doesn't mean that it's because it's easy it replaces putting in the work. No, 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 no. There's a lot of things that have actually to be going through your mind for you to get this, so you must understand these things, and I'm gonna recommend a book to you. I'm not affiliated, guys. I'm just gonna recommend this book because it's the best. But anyway, let's go through the strategies that have actually the trades that have actually happened yesterday, and they were the cleanest. Guys, as you know, we have criteria. These are the 5 criteria we have: identify trade volume before the session. And as you can see, I do this roughly 5 to 10 minutes before the session begins. Okay, as you can see right now, this is where it was yesterday. Actually, this is where I identified a level of trade volume. As you can see, they took traders down, up, and then they took them down, broke structure, and then eventually took them up again. Okay, so I identified this as trade volume. As you can see, this is where the equity opened, and you see, I told you the first candle is going to be the biggest candle, and mostly it's going to be a stop on. So I don't chase candles. I identify a trade volume, then I go to wait for the equity opening time. This is not science. It doesn't even need anything. You just have to wait for the times. And yesterday I missed the first trade because of times, and I'm just gonna share that with you. Okay, if you look at the times, they've changed. 9:30 US time is now 3:30 South African time. So guys, be aware of this. It's no longer what it was a week before, because last week 9:30 was 4:30 South African time. So 9:30 US time, now it's 3:30 US time. I believe you will be aware of this, because yesterday I missed a very clean one, and the most easiest one because of times. Okay, I was waiting for 4:30, but yeah, obviously times have changed, and I'm glad that there are people who actually took it. And yeah, this makes me happy. Okay, now we have identified this as trap volume. As you can see, even for today, I've just identified here. I'm not saying this is trap volume. I will actually come and redraw this before the session opens, because they can just bring people down here and then move out, and maybe it opens here. So if it opens here, I will identify this whole location as trap volume. And the main reason I do this is because I don't want to be dragged all the way back into trap volume. Why? Because I know most of the days they are not going to release them. Yes, yesterday they did release them, but most of the days they're not going to release them. And you know, I want something that happens frequently. I want something that happens 9 out of 10 times. I want something that happens 8 out of 10 times. Okay, hence why I don't want to be dragged here, because most of the time they're not going to release those who have been trapped before the session began. Okay, so yeah, that's the reason. Now we're going to go to a 1 minute time frame. I'm going to be quite quick. Okay, I'm going to be quite quick because I want this to be the shortest video. However, I'm going to try to give as much value as I can. Okay, this is the candle that opened the equity, and I told you I don't chase the candles. I don't care how big the move is. I'm not going to chase it. Why? Because I have my criteria. Once the equity is opened, I'm going to wait for trapping volume. Okay, this is where things go wrong for most traders. Sorry for laughing, guys. It's just that sometimes I hear people complaining, but when you look at it, you realize that, oh, okay, their problem is here. Okay, when it comes to trap volume, this is the biggest challenge for most people. These other criteria are very easy. Okay, but this one, trap volume before the session, is the biggest problem for people, and I'll tell you why it's the biggest problem. Okay, guys, I want to read something out for you quite quick over here, because I think this is important. And pardon my laughing, guys. Okay, pardon my laughing. It's the same book I always talk about, Technical Analysis and Stock Market Profits by Richard W. Skabaka. This book was written way before I was born. Okay, this is one of the first books that was written on technical analysis, and as you can see, it's referred to as the real Bible of technical analysis. And one thing I love about this fact is because even traders like Paul Tudor Jones, Peter Brandit, the best guys in the world, okay, the best guys in the world have read this book. And this is one of the books that Warren Buffett read until he discovered that no, he doesn't want to do the short-term thing. He wants to do the long-term thing. But there is a place where he was actually saying this was one of the first books he read. Okay, so this book was written way before I was born. Okay, way before I was born. Okay, and it was one of the first books that was written on technical analysis. And that's what I love about this, because today we have thousands and thousands of books that are being published every day. Guys, most of the books that are actually being published today, most of them are garbage. I won't be scared to say that most of the books that are published today are garbage. Why? Because people are just replicating things that have already been there. Okay, so the most important thing is understanding. Okay, understanding. Most people are writing today, they don't even understand what they're writing about. Okay, so this was one of the first books, and I'm gonna go to page let me just say 53. Okay, I'm going to be showing you this book quite a lot these days because I think it's important. As you can see, there are two types of traders. There are public and insiders. Okay, these are retail guys and these are professional guys. We know professional guys, we're talking about those guys, market makers. We have real market makers, we have banks, we have hedge funds, we have governments. We can consider to these ones as the professional guys, okay, because they have unlimited resources, they have access to the best trainings in the world, and they are actually made in a way that, wow, it's hard to compete against these guys. So to beat these guys, you must know what they are doing, and you must actually understand what they are doing, and we must replicate them. Okay, the problem with we already know that 90 to 95 of the public are failing. We know that 90 to 95% of retail guys are failing. The stats is out there. It's not a secret. We all know that, right? So the only way to win here is to become like the insiders, become like professionals. And there are two things we have to do in order to do that. As you can see here, there are two chief methods of accomplishing such a purpose, which is becoming an insider. Okay, we will never become professionals, guys, but we want to do things as the professional guys are doing things. Okay, so the first thing to do is to the first is to study. Okay, the first is to study conditions and analyze them along the line pursued by the insider. Okay, so we must know how the insiders are analyzing, what the insiders are looking at. And the second one is the one that I want you all of you to understand. If you don't understand the first one, it's okay, but understand this one. The second is to discover, wow, the second is to discover what the insider is doing on the market and follow his lead. In other words, the second is to discover what the professionals are doing and follow their lead. Or let me rather say, the second is to discover what market makers are doing and then follow their lead. Okay, so I hope you understand. I'm going to read it the last time. The second is to discover what market makers are doing and follow their lead. Why? Because we know that 90 to 95% of retail guys are losing. Okay, and it's obviously honestly, it's these guys against these guys. Okay, and these guys are winning. Okay, because they have all the advantages stacked to their side, and that is the ultimate truth we cannot run away from. Okay, so we must understand what they are doing and follow their lead, guys. The key word here to take is to follow. Okay, and the reason you heard me laughing about this is the first one that I missed yesterday because of times. Okay, we're still waiting for the session to open, but times have changed already. Okay, so this is the one that I missed, but I'm happy because there are people who got it, and I'm gonna explain it anyway because these are the criteria I use each and every day. They are out there for you, and this is trap volume. Okay, how do we identify trap volume? We used patterns. There are thousands of patterns out there. Could be a wedge, could be a triangle, could be a double top or double bottom, could be a head and shoulder, inverse, or yes, or it could be a triple top, whatsoever, or a rectangle, whatsoever. Okay, we know those patterns, guys. We all know those patterns. You can just search for chart patterns. Those are the patterns we use. Okay, and I don't know what makes this thing so difficult. I think people who are still starting, because I was once a beginner and I know I think we have a different kind of eye. I think we see things in a different way because when you get experience, you start seeing things for what they are. Okay, but when you're starting, I don't know what clouds your sight because you see things that are easy in a way that is complicated. Okay, so guys, this is something like a wedge. Okay, you can see it's a wedge. They are trapping volume inside this wedge, and the book said the second is to understand or to discover. You will never discover or understand what somebody is doing until you have seen what they are doing. Okay, the only way you can discover something is to pay attention, see what has actually happened. That's the only way you can discover. The problem with retail guys, or the reason you heard me laughing, is because For retail guys, I was once there, I once did this, okay? I don't know how we see things, but the problem is we want to initiate the move, okay? We want to catch. The problem here is catching, okay? I've changed the word. I don't catch, okay? I ride, okay? I ride, okay? Why? Because when you talk about catching, the word catching on its own means like you are catching something before it happens. You are catching something. Guys, catching and riding are two different things. The book says discover then follow. When you ride, you are following, okay? You are riding on something that's already in move. You can't catch, okay? For me, I think the word catch it's not the right way, because you are not trying to catch, you are trying to wait for evidence. This is why from the on-go I use the word evidence candle. I know I'm looking for an engulfing candle that shifts the zone, but the reason I use this word as evidence candle, guys, the reason I used this word as evidence candle because evidence is something that's already there, okay? I want to program my mind in such a way that I'm not catching, okay? Either riding or waiting for evidence. So look at this. This is a trapping pattern. Let them complete their pattern in peace, okay? Let them complete their pattern in peace. Bill Lipschutz. If only people can wait or sit on their hands 50% of the time, they will make more. Bill Lipschutz is a hedge fund manager. He's one of the best in the world, okay? He's talking about something he knows. If only people can sit. If only people can relax. Just sit, man. Sit and relax. Watch. For me, sometimes I just laugh when they are doing this thing. Why? Because I understand what's happening here. I used to blow my account trying to seeing a pin and then engulf, trying to take it. Pin and engulf. I don't even understand what's happening, okay? But look at this. This is so clean. This is so clean. They build their pattern, okay? Then you see, the pattern is now complete. Now, that's the only time they gave an engulfing candle that literally closed under here. So everybody who went up is literally trapped, okay? Literally trapped. What's hard about this? That's why I'm laughing, guys, because I believe people who are beginning to see things in a, I don't know, man. I don't know what clouds. I was there, okay? I felt the pain, and I know the pain of those who are actually going through this thing. But I don't understand this, okay? Why? Because this thing is too, these things are too easy and obvious. Just sit, give them time to complete their pattern. Then when they show you that they are going, obviously the job is done, okay? These are indices. The job is done. They are now gonna move, okay? That's why sometimes you want to buy a consolidation. They're not doing anything, they're not going anywhere, okay? Why don't you just wait them for to complete that consolidation, trap, gather all the orders they need? Why? Because insiders buy in portion, okay? If they want to sell, we can't match their orders, okay? Obviously, if it's a bank, it's gonna come heavily, and we can't match their orders, okay? So they have to, if they are selling, they have to sell a portion, then relax, maybe wait for prices to go, okay, and wait for them to come back, then sell another portion. You see, it's difficult for them. Hence why all these trapping patterns actually happen, okay? It's because it's hard for them to complete their order at once, okay? That's why you see prices going up and down, up and down, up and down. It's because they are actually distributing, okay? They are distributing, but they have to distribute in portions. So guys, just wait for these guys to complete their pattern, okay? Wait for them to complete their pattern. What could be harder than that? You see, once they are done, they will move, and when they are going, they can't hide their evidence, okay? Market makers can do all their tricks, but they will never be able to hide their footprints. We will always see what they are doing, okay? And it's in understanding what they do and actually discovering what they have done, so that we actually do what? We actually ride on the move. You heard what the book said, guys. You heard what this book said, okay? You heard this book. It actually says the second, where is it? I'm gonna read it loud again. The second, where is it? The second is to discover what the insider is doing in the market and follow the lead, okay? So they have to lead, okay? Let's cease from trying to lead, okay? I know books say pins. when you see a pin, execute a pin. Guys, I told you, pins are traps. I don't trust pins. And whenever I see a pin, I don't care. Okay, I don't care about a pin, because a pin is gonna get you trapped. Why? Because people believe in pins. Okay, yes, there are pins that are gonna go, but you must understand the psychology behind. Okay, see, this thing literally takes 6 minutes to hit your take profit. Okay, 6 minutes. The easiest stop is just 1 bar. Okay, why? Now they have done their trapping, now they are out and they are going. They can't fake this. Okay, and this I didn't take it because of the time, but this is the one I took. Okay, once you understand the patterns, everything is gonna be easy for you. Okay, but again, I will say there's a very big beast you have to deal with on your own, which is psychology. Psychology is the only reason why you are unable to wait. So if you think somebody's getting the very easiest trades and you are unable to wait, go and deal with your psychology, because that's the problem. You feel like they're gonna go and leave you. Guys, believe me, experienced people use patterns. They are not going anywhere. Okay, they just want to arouse your emotions. Then you take impulsive decisions because you are scared. Oh, they're gonna go without me. If they go, let them go. That's why I told you I don't care about the first move. I don't even care if they go 100 pips. I don't care. I want to see trap volume, and I'm only gonna execute after I've identified trap volume before the session and waited for them to complete and give me what? Obviously, give me the evidence candle. Okay, that's my criteria. I don't care if they from here they take off, they just go straight 1,000 pips. I don't care. You'll never hear me saying, hey, I took this. Okay, the only time you hear me saying I took something is when they have completed my criterias. Okay, and these are the criterias I use. These are trapping trap traders during the session. If I don't see this thing, you'll never hear me saying I executed, because this is the most important thing for me. Okay, yes, there's an exemption to the trap volume before the session. This is what I can give an exemption to. If I'm unable to identify this, yes, I can still trade, because once I see trap volume, the idea is they are going to punish them, and they're people without stop losses, and for them to close those trades or for the market to benefit from them is if they have actually gone a little bit deeper, so that they can actually have a lot of a big loss and close their own trades out of pain. Okay, that's the only time those who don't use stop losses are gonna close, because I consider them stubborn. If you don't use stop losses, I just consider them stubborn. It's something that helps me with my decision making. Okay, so guys, you see, this is the easiest one. And then again, a pattern builds up. Those who execute pins, oh, good luck on that, because you want to actually start moves. I don't start a move. I need a move that's already in motion. The book said, discover what they're doing, then follow the lead. I want to follow a lead. I want them to lead first, show me that now they're ready to go, then I'm going to take it. Okay, and I'm dwelling much more on this because it's important. Guys, you're wasting your time inside those things. Okay, I blow a lot of accounts on this, believe me. I know how you can blow an account on these things. Okay, hence I was laughing. Okay, I'm also laughing at myself, how I used to see things before. Okay, stop wasting all your capital here. Preserve your bullets. I always say that if you're a hunter and you went out to hunt maybe elephants, you don't want to be shooting at birds. Okay, because if you have 10 bullets and you hit 10 birds, yeah, bingo, you are good in shooting, but when the elephant passes, you're gonna be left with regrets despite having to hit 10 birds. Okay, so you don't want to actually waste your resources on things that are not important. Wait for them to give you a pattern and complete the pattern. And I believe by explaining, taking this much time explaining, you're gonna understand this. Okay, don't allow yourself to make a decision inside this. Allow them to trap and complete the pattern. Your job is to identify the patterns. Okay, you see, this is a wedge. Okay, this is a wedge. The only difference between this one and this one is that this one is flat at the bottom and this one is sloped to the upside. That's the only difference. Besides this, they are the same kind of patterns. You see, they do the same thing. They are trapping. People are blowing their accounts. I don't even know what people are doing at this time. For me, I don't understand, because I don't know what you're doing. Okay, and then they give a very clean evidence candle. Why don't you wait for the patterns to complete? If you don't understand patterns, just do a simple search, chart patterns. You'll see different patterns, print them, put them on your table, wait for them to complete. Okay, and as I said, I'm going to recommend a book, and this is the book that I'm recommending to you. This book is gold, guys. It has all the patterns you'll ever need. Okay, and the psychology behind every pattern explained in full. And yes, it talks about long term, but you can apply this to short term. You see, this is a head and shoulder, and they actually show you where it completes. You see, this is the same pattern I used, the same wedge. The only difference is that this one, yes, they actually close it, but for me, mostly I don't close it, okay, unless they go to that extent. Okay, this is a head and shoulder, but you're gonna see that they've given all the patterns you'll ever need. All the patterns you'll ever need, they are there. Okay, all the patterns you'll ever need are in this book. Okay, and when you understand them, I believe this will help you sit on your hands. You see, these are the patterns. Okay, when you understand these things, I believe you believe you'll sit on your hands. Important reversal formation continued. Okay, this is a number set of trapping patterns. Again, they have reversal and continuation patterns, everything explained in full. What is it, cap and what they have all those patterns. Okay, you see, this is the same pattern I showed you. It's just that for me, I didn't close it. So you see, these are reliable patterns. Okay, your job is just to wait, man. Just wait. You see, same kind of patterns. Just wait for them, man, to break those patterns and give you the evidence candle. You see, all everywhere, same pattern. This is the candle that broke up. It's an engulfing candle. Even if you read, you'll see that's the candle you can take. Okay, so everything is here, guys. Everything. Shabakar. The topic is technical analysis and stock market profits. Okay, all the patterns you'll ever need are in this book. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of examples. Okay, everything you'll ever need is in this book. Okay, you see, important reversal formation continued. This is another study of different patterns again. So they have literally grouped them, but they are different patterns. All the patterns, continuation, reversal, whatsoever you need is in this book. And this is one of the books that was written way before I was born. So things do change in the market, but not that much. Okay, because this book was written before I was born, it's still very very effective today. You see, these are the patterns, guys, and this is a pattern within a pattern. You see, these are the patterns. This is the candle. You take evidence. Okay, that's the difference between professional guys and retail guys. Okay, good guys and beginners want to catch a move without evidence. Okay, experienced people want, you see, they're continuing with I'm just trying to show you the value of this book. Okay, okay, let me end here because I know some of you are just gonna pause it and screen grab. Okay, but you can get this book. Okay, so guys, that's the difference between those who are getting the most easiest trades and those who say they don't understand. Hey, these things don't work. You know, people are quick to jump. These things don't work. And sometimes I just find myself laughing because if somebody is getting this and you are not getting it, you say it doesn't work. You don't ask yourself, why is somebody getting this? What can I do for this to work? You see, I take the bodies. It's still fine even if you took the body. This is still a wedge. Okay, so it's up to you to actually understand these things. Okay, wait patiently for them to complete their pattern. You'll see you will not have a problem. Okay, the problem is you are jumping before they complete their patterns and then you think these things don't work. Your stop is so tight. 50 pips is not even a problem when it comes to indices because they can move 600, 500, 1,000 pips in a day. You see, it only takes 5 minutes to hit your take profit. Okay, and if you are wrong, then they're gonna close you right away. Hence, you see one candle stop. If you are wrong, then they're gonna close you right away, and then you can continue. Close your charts. Come back tomorrow. Yes, that's simple as that, because sometimes you're gonna take losses, but this is a high probability, easy kind of trade, guys. Wait for the patterns to complete. Why are you blowing your accounts inside of these patterns? They're giving you head and shoulder. It's not even complete, but you've already taken 30 trades inside of head and shoulder. What's the meaning of that? Stop trying to catch. Ride. Follow the lead. Okay, follow. The book said follow. Now wait for them to give you the easiest one and follow. Come back and comment and tell you that Go and try this, follow this from today, wait for the pattern to complete and wait for them to actually give you the evidence candle, then come and complain again. Okay, if it doesn't work for you, come and tell me that this thing doesn't work. Okay, but if you haven't tried it, please don't even bother yourself by telling me this thing doesn't work, because some people have given up. Okay, and maybe because they've been learning things for a long time, those things haven't been working for them. They generalize, think everything doesn't work. Why are you still watching things that are not working? Okay, go and try this, come back and tell me it doesn't work. Okay, I appreciate you guys. Thank you.